So the Indiana Fever have broke the record again for the most nationally televised games. They now have got 44. Yes, 44 of 44, by the way. There is only a 44 game season. So it's not one of those things where you've got, 44 of like 60. No, it's 44 of 44. Cue the crash outs. The crash outs are going to be hilarious. When the Indiana Fever last year, there was like a list and it was like WNBA games not including Indiana Fever was something like was like 700k. They're nationally televised games without Fever, with or Fever without Caitlin Clark, 1.5 million. Fever with Caitlin Clark, 2.5 million. Like, it was madness, absolute madness. But obviously, the most it has to be obviously the most in franchise history, most for a single team. Duh, obviously. I don't think anyone is really shocked by that. I was surprised last year when I saw it was said 41. I was shocked. I was actually shocked when it said 41 last year, and it wasn't, straight away the 44 games that we had to, wait or miss 4 games on national TV, which is kind of crazy because you can see where these games are on. Whereas they're from the Fever. They have all their games. So some of these are on NBA TV, some are on USA, some are on Prime. Wow, there's only one on NBA TV. They only have one game on NBA TV. And it is the second one back after the World Cup break. So that's kind of crazy. If you guys don't remember, a couple of years ago, they had a lot of games. It was something like 7 of the top 10 games, NBA or WNBA, on NBA TV were Indiana Fever games in 2024. Which is kind of mad, still thinking about it. Like, Wemby's rookie season, it was like Wemby versus Steph was what split up all of the Indiana Fever games from being the most viewed that year. Like, I don't think anyone, like, when I say the boom is gone for Caitlin Clark, not that Caitlin Clark isn't a world superstar, but I mean, anyone who was there in 2024 knows that the summer of 2024, the most relevant sport that happened in the United States of America was the WNBA. It was the most relevant, especially with a poor-ish NBA playoffs other than Luka. But yeah, it is a crazy one. Obviously, nobody watching as a Mitchell. Who cares? Who cares? Like, at this stage, who cares? Streaming services aren't considered national TV. I think they might be now. At this stage. Of all the organizations that were slow to pick up the CC Effect TV, yeah, obviously the TV networks can't be. If the TV networks were trying to make it not a meritocracy and make it all equal, it would be an absolute disaster. They would lose money. You do realize it would be an absolute disaster. But at the end of the day, this is a huge thing for the Indiana Fever. This is a huge thing for Caitlin Clark to see this. The schedule is crazy. I'm just hoping now that the WNBA app doesn't pull the BS that they did last year. Or said not they did last year, they did last week for the draft and for the expansion draft. If you guys don't know, they changed the international. So what it's meant to be is, if you're in the United States, it is like you can watch whatever games you can watch. If you're not in the United States, you should be able to watch everything on League Pass. However, for some reason, it's only Canada. For the last 2 things, it has been only Canada. So even though I have League Pass, they've basically just said, you know what, the rest of the world is not a thing. It's just the United States and Canada. They're the only 2 countries that exist in the world. Whereas, like, obviously, if you can't watch it if you can watch it in the United States, you can watch it in the United States. If you can't watch it in your region, you better hope that region is Canada, which is really annoying because they have done that. They didn't do it with the draft last year. They did it with the draft this year. Like, I can find a way. Like, I can absolutely find a way of getting it. It's just really, really annoying. But yeah, all 44 games televised nationally is big. Is big. And it wouldn't surprise me if another team has 40. Remember when Fee Collier said, he was like, well, the champions should get 40, have the most games, and we were like, oh, Fee, you just got stuck by that. Apparently the rumor is, I saw it, I think it was on one of the, I don't know what podcast it was on, might have been The Athletic, where they were saying Fee's done this year. Like, Fee's literally just like, I want to get out of Minnesota. That she's like sick of being in Minnesota. But yeah, this is something that is quite big. It is genuinely quite big. And the TV networks, they know. In terms of, again, which TV networks, most of the games are on. Quite a few of them. I don't know even what the biggest numbers are. So, from what I remember last year, they had more. So they only have, how many games do they have on ESPN? Obviously, ABC is normally where they got the big numbers. They've only got 4 games on ESPN, 5 games on ESPN this year, which is actually not a lot. Oh, I hate the Amazon Prime games so much. They have so many games on Prime. I hate them. If you've ever watched the games on Prime, you guys know that really annoying sound that they play during the commercial breaks. And like, it is genuinely one of the most annoying things. But you know what? They got 1 game on NBC. 2 again. I have no idea who these are against. So let me guess. The Dream games are on big. Are on the big networks, maybe. Maybe that's who it's going to be. I've actually got no idea who's there for what game. Oh, here we go. So ABC against the Wings. Prime v Valkyries. ABC versus the Lynx in August when Fee's back. The Fever do have a decent enough start to the year. Like, Sparks are okay, but like the Storm kind of suck. The Fire suck. The Mystics are trying to lose. Like, the Fever should come out 4-1 from that first 5. Anything less than 3-2 is a bit of a disaster. But like, they've got the easiest May schedule ever. Oh my god. They're playing, what are ESPN games? It's the Storm, the Lynx, the Dream, the Tempo on ESPN. Mystics is their 1 game on NBA TV. And do you remember in summer 2024, Stephen A. Smith's like, Caitlin Clark's getting 1 million people to Ion. I don't even know what Ion is. Oh, remember that. Apparently, Dallas have the second most with 36. That is fucking wild. Last year, I think the Fever had 41, a few teams had 40. Like, it goes from 44 to 36. These TV networks are really being like, you know what? Yeah, the Fever are really the team that matters. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. See you guys.